Hey, y'all, we're back again. We're back again. We're back again. Part two. Just as I went out to Bishop came in, and Bishop wanted to be a part of this podcast here this morning. And what we talked about before I went out a few minutes ago was the young man who disciplined his son because his son disrespected his wife, and mom called and had a fit because he did what he did. And we got the bishop in the house this morning. Bishop, how you doing, sir?
Tell me something, aka Darrell Owens, renewing of the mind, staying focused in spite of. Yes.
There it is. So, Bishop, you listened to the last show and you hit me in the message and say, hey, man, I'm on my way up there so I can be a part of what y'all got going on. I want to be a part of that topic there because you've been around, you've seen some things, you know some things, and you understand what's right and what's wrong. And in the instance of what you heard, when we kind of had the discussion before we went back live here, but just I'm gonna turn the mic on. I'm gonna turn the floor over to you and just let you just speak about what you just heard, and then we'll jump to it. Then also we got a part two to the show where we're going to get off into a little politics and kind of speak about some of the things that's going on in politics. Maybe talk about the war a little bit and about the war between Jack McCrockett and these Republicans and some of these Democrats. So we'll get on to that in a minute. But Bishop, let me turn it over to you. And the thing is, with this young man that disrespected his dad's wife, what you think about this situation now?
Well, what I think about that situation is that the father wasn't wrong about disciplining the child, but I will say that the mother was wrong by protecting the child and going against her husband for him standing up for her. So I think that the wife was wrong. She's been allowing this to go on for a while, and it just got out. But this has been a norm for her in this situation. So it was the mother. I truly believe that the mother started this thing. Yes.
So you think mother could be just jealousy and envy of the wife, and mother just still had it in for dad, and maybe still feeling some type of way about dad, and just don't want to just see dad move on and see dad happy. So the fact that son did what he did, it was okay in mom's eyes. Is that what you're saying? In a sense, no.
I'm basically saying that disrespect towards an elder, a parent, is zero tolerance for it. There's no room in any equation, whereas to disrespect. And for the father to come in and defend, and she reject that and go against him, again, she, for whatever situation it may be, it was wrong. Whatever may have caused her to do this, of doing this, and it was wrong from my perspective, from what I got out of it.
And just based off of what I heard, I don't know how old the boy was, but I'm thinking he got to be between 9 and maybe 12 years old for him to do what he did. And for dad said he beat him down the way he beat him down, and it could actually be worse next time, man. We just I think in a case like that, if you don't put your hand on him, dad, which that's cool, but talk to him, don't talk at him, talk to him and try to get an understanding with him as to why he can't talk to him. Not just his wife, but you can't talk to no adults in that tone of voice, or that for that matter. And that's what dad has to do. I'm not saying dad was wrong for disciplining him, but if dad didn't talk to him, then dad is wrong for that. I'm sure he was talking at him because he was upset at the moment. But you just got to just be, I ain't gonna say a better father, but a better father figure. Let's put it that way.
Well,
so yeah.
Well, I'm saying, from what I gather, again, I cannot speculate of what occurred. I just only heard, but what I can say that things escalate, and like I said, this may not have been the first incident that he have disrespected the mother. So it may have been it brewed to it got to a point where dad said, you know what, I got to nip this in the bud. I don't talk to this, I don't talk to this boy until I was blue in the face. And he still, I'm saying from what we heard, that may be the, you know, that's just the hot water boiling over. It may have been cool, warm before it got to that boiling point where dad made have put his hands on him. He made have put his hands on him
You think
a
that?
little too rough, and it may be that mama got mad at that point. You know, we don't know. But from what I understand and what I heard, you know, the mother was wrong.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But we do know at the end of the day, you know, regardless who's right or who's wrong, one thing we do know as adults and as men that under no circumstances can a young man, I don't care how old you are, you can never talk or disrespect nobody's wife or disrespect no woman, a grown woman at that matter. That if the grown woman disrespecting him, the kid had an obligation to tell his mom or tell his dad, hey, your wife has been handling me like this here, and I'm just letting you know that. So if you hear something there, you know why I reacted the way I reacted, and I'm just bringing you up to speed on everything. Because, like I say, you know, temperatures reach a certain point, and you got to try to, you know, de-escalate things before it gets out of control like that. And that's just the only way that you can do that, and the only way that things can be right. So, hey, man, that's where we're at with that.
Well, let me just put this in. Respect, it started at the house. First and foremost, it started at the house.
Yes, sir.
And the father could be looking at it like this. First, we have to get the respect in order here. Because respect do not cause conflict. It's disrespect which causes conflict.
Right.
So as you go into that world, you need to understand what respect is. Because if you're disrespecting your mother, that means you'll disrespect anybody, and everybody ain't trying to talk to you. They'll put a bullet in you. So with that being, the dad is showing tough love. You know, it started at the house, and you know, Father, we are the rock. You know, we have to set the standards.
Right.
We have to set the standards, and that's what black man's. You know, that's, you know, I applaud him on him doing that, because he get in the streets and go to disrespect it. If people ain't no feel that type of way, people ain't, you know, it don't be a different situation, because it won't be no love there, because the disrespect, the only thing they see, he disrespect. They ain't looking at a young black man. They looking at what he said or how he can, you know. So you got to put that father's trying to put that situation in check, where his son to know, hey man, respect. Respect started at the house. You're not going to disrespect your mother.
Can't stand for it. Under no circumstances. There's no way you can stand for it, man. So hey, man, that's what we was talking about this morning, man. And like I say, you know, Bishop stopped by and he listened to the show. He want to come by and give us, you know, 2 cents on it. So hey, man, anybody listening to the show want to be a part of what we talking about this morning? Give us a call back 214-254-0221, and let's talk about it, brother. We're gonna get to this next thing, Jasmine Crockett. You know, we got a lot of people that's upset because of the injustice to Jasmine Crockett or to the Democratic Party. But you know, based off everything that I heard, you had a lot of people that didn't vote for her. I voted for her. I mean, I like Jasmine Crockett, and I think she's doing a wonderful job for everybody, not just the black, not just the Hispanic. She's doing a job for everybody, and she's keeping those Republicans accountable, man. And we're gonna ask Bishop to give us his take, and we ain't on here. We're not gonna bash Bishop for his thoughts and whatever or me or whatever I say about it, because we know politics is a tricky thing, man. But let me tell Bishop, before I let you go, let me tell you what I told my daughter.
Okay.
My daughter, she's a law student over at Skyline, and she was upset. She was upset about what happened to Jasmine Crockett, and I told my daughter, "You 16, right?" And she just went on a field trip the other day. She was saying, "Dad, we got one person in Congress that's 25, but you got a whole bunch of them that's over 70." And I said, "Well, Caleb, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go back 25 years and look at some laws that was put in place 25 years ago. And here it is now. They still in place to this day. You got a lot of those people in Congress that's over 70. So fast forward 5 years from today, that'll make you 21, right? So if you start researching now, doing your homework, and then coming up with a theory, you could be the next Jasmine Crockett, but not just the next Jasmine Crockett, but you could be the next Caleb McGee. And therefore, in 5 years, when you become 21, you're eligible to vote when you turn 18. But at 21, you legal, you can do anything pretty much at 21. Now, that would be a good time for you to start advocating and practicing your politics, because your future goal is to be an attorney and a judge. And now you can start advocating for those who don't have a platform, or don't have no type of way of advocating. And we get some of these laws changed, like the age requirement on some of these people, man, and how long they can stay in office, because it's totally an injustice. And the way these Republicans have treated the Democrats, and the way Democrats have treated Democrats, and how everybody's going off on Jasmine Crockett, I don't like it. That's just my opinion. And Bishop, I'm gonna let you jump in and give your 2 cents on it. So, hey, man, what you think about it, Bishop?
My take on that is be as wise as a serpent and humble as a dove. Meaning, when you're going up against an opponent, and when you planning an attack, you move in silence. You move in a form and fashion that if you fighting a war, wise you don't let your enemy know your tactics on how you don't defeat him. So sometimes silence have to be your weapon. And Jasmine Crockett, great young lady. I applaud her. I'm saying she's destined for more great things in life, but kind of tone it down when you're going at your opponent. You fight like when you're going at your opponent, because they know how to defend themselves against you now and defeat you, because you don't give them everything on how you don't fight them. So they know how to defeat you. Okay. So Jasmine, your next run, just keep it to yourself. You and your team, y'all among y'all on y'all strategy and how, and just kind of tone it down.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And you know what? I hear a lot of people say, they don't like her temperature. And they feel like that, what she's standing for is it's a little bit too much, right? That's what they think. And my thing is that, we all know how politics work. When an opponent is running, all the scandals come out, and it's been that way forever. All the scandals come out, and it's hard to gauge that temperature, man. But I think if you go back and look at everything that has happened to Jasmine Crockett, it's always they draw first blood. And then when she come back and fire back and retaliate against them, then they make her out to be the bad guy. And yeah, she is a little light, that she is. And then I think I like it me myself. That's just my opinion. Don't necessarily make it right the way I feel, but Trump and his regime, the way they talk about everybody, man, everybody is something with them. Everybody is something with them. And that we gotta just understand that again, how politics work. And the guy said something the other day. What he said was, if the Democrats had a nice strategy, what they could have done was they could have had it's 2 Senate seats. You got the Republicans and you got the Democrats.
Okay.
And you could have had Jasmine. Let's just say if Jasmine would have beat Tallarico, right? And you could have put Tallarico in a few years up to go against Ted Cruz. And then, Jasmine supporters get behind Tallarico, and then you beat Ted Cruz. Now you got your 2 Democrats occupying the Senate seats in Texas. And that would have been a beautiful thing, but that's not the case. A lot of people say they feel like Tallarico is a plant, and I don't know if he's a plant or not, but I do know that up until the time to run for the seat, I had never heard of Tallarico.
Well, if I can interrupt.
Yeah.
The thing is this right here. I don't know if he'll plant. That'll just be me assuming, and I try to base all my conversation on facts. So with that being said, a question I'd like to impose on you. What is it that you want what is it that you want about the deal? Cause for a person to vote for Jasmine Crockett or vote for Tallarico, they wanted something up out of it.
Right.
So when you go to the polls to vote, it's a need that you want from that certain political person that you vote for.
Okay.
So what I'm asking you, what do you want? Because when it's all said and done, it's an overall want in the majority win. So again, do you think that Jasmine had more to offer than say his name?
Absolutely, Tallarico.
Yeah, did she have more to offer than he? Because we understand that the voting got messed up, meaning that when the commissioner judge extended the voting hours, that the attorney general come back and filed a lawsuit, which the Texas Supreme Court upheld it, which shut doors at 7:00 promptly, and some votes got messed up. So if you want to say that it was some conflict, was it some I said that. Well, we can assume, but go on again with facts. But it seemed like the votes coming in that the people was more to vote for Tallarico, if I'm pronouncing his name right.
Yeah.
Because he had more to offer. I'm saying, as I say again, sometimes silence is your best weapon. You just said yourself, you didn't really know about this cat. Because you know what? He was sitting back in the cut. What he was doing, he was listening to both opponents on each side, and he said, you know what? I know where their weakness at, and I know how I can come in, but I got to defeat her first. So I know how to defeat her because she just do a lot of she talking about some things, but she getting away some things. So people don't want to get away from this because, hey man, we like people to move in silence. Right. They say a person do a lot of, got a lot of bark but no bite. Right. So at the end of the day, you got a lot of bark, but you don't really do some bite. So with this guy, a real dog, he ain't gonna do all that bark. As soon as you jump the fence, he'll be grinning in your face, be looking at you like as soon as you jump that fence, he gonna eat you up, right? Right. So that may be who he is. He just that person that people knew about him because they was following him. And they know what he had to offer. It was more than Jasmine Crockett.
Okay. So
that's my take.
Okay, and I get that. So you asked me a question a few minutes ago.
Okay.
What am I looking for out the deal? So what I'm looking for out the deal is that you got Republicans and you got Democrats, and they scared of that guy that occupied the White House by the name of Trump. Okay. And the stuff that Trump is doing, and if everybody's running from Trump and not getting on board, saying, hey, Trump, it's called accountability. You got to keep Trump accountable for everything that he do. And a lot of stuff that he doing is wrong, and y'all know it's wrong, and then y'all sit there and you do nothing and you side with him. And then at the end of the day, guess who's paying for it? The Americans are paying for it. Just like with this war, man. Gas done shot up the way it shot up. You got truck drivers, they can't afford they don't want to raise the rates on this freight. Truck drivers can't afford to go down the highway, man, paying those $7, $8 a gallon for gas, man. You just can't do it, man. And we ain't got no dog in that fight, man. But Jasmine Crockett, she would have called Trump out on, and she called Trump out on that because she's still in office now, but to January. But to get that Senate seat, that would have been too much power that she had, and they didn't want that power, man. And I just don't, and I could be wrong. I just don't think Tallarico got that fire like that, man, because it ain't too many. Look at Maxine Waters. They run from her. Sheila Jackson, they ran from her. Look how they do what's his name? Al Green, whatever his name is. Look how they do him, man. And all the folks that's got voices, man. Look how they treat them, man. And then look how they turned on Margaret Taylor Greene, how she used to go off on the Democrats, so she decided that enough was enough. She didn't want to deal with the Republicans no more, and she got out. And now she's speaking against everything that they doing now, man. So when you know what's right and what's wrong, then you stand on it, man, and you don't just let them do anything you want to do. And I just don't feel like that Tallarico is gonna be that man that's gonna step up to the plate like that there. So that's
your take. Go ahead. And I'm saying that's what you stand down.
I stand on it.
Stand down.
I stand on what's right, man.
But what I hear, this is what I hear. I hear a right and wrong, and I hear power in man. Power is not in man. See, we serve a God that is a fearless God. And he said, put nothing before him. He's a jealous God. So, and God said, I will put nothing on you that you cannot bear. See, we have to understand that God sent his son, and I'm going somewhere with this. All this don't tie in with this political spectrum, this political shenanigans. See, God gave his son. He sacrificed his son. Right. He sacrificed his son, whereas we could live. I'm saying his son went up on Calvary and died for us, whereas we could live. I'm talking about mercy and grace. Right. So the thing is this right here. I look to the hills for all my help. God said he'll never leave you or forsake you. That's right. So we worrying about the Donald Trumps and the Jasmine Crockett's and these certain people. Man can't control, man don't have any control over anything. We just have to pay attention because it's being fulfilled.
Right.
And we have to position ourselves to understand that, you know what? God done brought me this far.
Right.
And you have to let him fight your battle. You can't be worrying about two people trying to get into political office, whether they Republican or Democrat, and who got your best interest in hand. You need to know that God got your best interest at hand. The Lord God got your best interest at hand. And know that man do not have control. So people, stop worrying about you need to be concerned about the truth, not a right and a wrong. What is the truth? Who's bringing the truth? And it's for what somebody wants. He ain't doing this. She ain't doing this. This ain't doing this. This ain't doing this. I'm talking about, you know, everybody out here judge. My thing is this: this. Do what's right.
Right.
Do what's right for the people. Do what God said what was right. I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican. So, it's what's right. It's exactly what's right.
All right. I heard straight from Bishop right there, man. And Bishop said, just do what's right, regardless how you feel. And you know something else, Bishop?
Yeah.
This is another thing that's been hurting us too, man, that people got to get out of the house and go vote. You know, it might not be the candidate that you want, but you got to go out there and vote, man. You just got to do it. You can't say it ain't going to affect me or my vote don't matter. Yeah, your vote matters, and you just got to do it, man, because as they go back, they say, Martin Luther King went through all this in order for us to have voting rights, and you don't get out there and exercise it.
So I'm glad you brought that up. But I just stated that voting is at a point of what is you want. Because there's been times I haven't went and voted because that ain't what I wanted.
Right.
But I'm looking at it like this. That's just man. Whether if it's a woman sitting in office or a man sitting in office, I look to the hills. I'm saying I don't care who's in the office. I don't care what's going on, what policy that's going on is it going to affect me. Because I know one thing. I serve an awesome God that said he won't put nothing on me that I can't bear. So what I have to do, I have to stick to the assignment. I can't get caught up in all this politician thing and this and that. Because I know where my help comes from. In spite of Donald Trump doing what he doing, the war is because everything is predestined in life. And it's all about a choice to the next episode. And so your life have already been predestined, but it comes to the choices you make in terms on how you finish. Being that you can't be caught up into you in the world, but you can't be caught up of the world because we don't get up out of here. So as you staying ready from getting ready, so if you getting caught up in all that politician thing, God don't say you spend all your time that I gave you wrapped in and fearing what man don't do. I'm the one that woke you up this morning. I'm the one that gave you your eyes to come open. I'm the one that where you was able to get in the car and go down the street. I was one that that prompt you to be able to get in front of this person and articulate yourself well enough to get you a job to make some money. I'm the one that done all this, and you over here fearing what man on what man saying, what he can do for you, what she can do for you. No, we ain't going down that road, partner. You know, you can't serve two masters. You got to serve one or the other. You can't come to me lukewarm. And a lot of people's out here is lukewarm.
Right.
They ain't standing on nothing. And you know what? And they falling for anything.
You can't, and what you can't do is fall for anything.
Come on now. So so the whole thing is this right here. God say he's a fearless God.
Right.
He's not a God of fear. He said, I made man, and he said, I made him in my likeness, in my image. Come on. So with that being said, it's accountability. And accountability is one, getting back to fearing God and not fearing man. I'm talking about men, you know, so a lot of people is up there, and to answer your question, that these senators is passing, helping Donald Trump pass these bills. Well then, see, people worrying about man, worrying about what Donald Trump don't do to them. They got the fear of man. Oh, Trump don't take my job from me.
Right.
Trump don't make me do bad. You need to be worried about what God don't do to you.
Right.
For you was scared about what man was gonna do. He was gonna take your pension from you. He was gonna take your cars from you. He was gonna take this from you. But come on, get over in this line right here. I'm gonna take some, because you know what? I'm the king of the king. I'm the Alpha and I'm the Omega. And here you is. You bow down to man. You forgot about me. I told you I was a jealous God. So you denied me for them. Gone on and get in that line. I know why I'm finna take you. You got a straight shot to hell. You get what I'm saying? See, people need to be more concerned. People need to be more concerned on their father.
Right.
Than these two but people trying to get some, trying to get some for them and trying to use you for leverage to get what they want. They serving you up some, and the only thing you doing, you buy every year you go vote for somebody and you still don't get what you supposed to get. Yeah, president after president, you going through. But after they get out the president seat, the Senate seat, they live in a lavish life, and you still going on what they said they was gonna give you. Come on, man. When a person trying to sell you something and get somewhere, you got to sell yourself. I'm talking about when you trying to get a job and get in a position to get you some money, what you don't do? You don't sell yourself to whoever to put you in a position. So when you go apply for the job, you trying to impress the what?
Amen.
You trying to impress the employee or to give you the job where you can get the money. So when you talk about vote and the candidate, they got to go out there and convince the people, hey, y'all need me to vote, but they going to get them some money. And you still in the same position. Man, I voted for this person and they said they was gonna do this and do this. But you putting all your hopes into man. And God already told you what to do. I'm through.
Say, man, y'all heard the first hearing from Bishop on that, man. Bishop almost start preaching over it, man. So, y'all gonna get Bishop started over there, and we're gonna get that collection plate. We're gonna get the collection. We get that plate going around and get some donations here, man. But hey, man, we just gotta do our part, man. And it's good that we able to have these type of conversations.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Yes,
and we got to have more conversations like this here,
yes,
man, because like I said, there's somebody out here that don't have a platform and don't know what to say or have a way of saying it, man. But here it is that you got your left wingers, you got your right wingers, you got those in the middle that just don't care, man. They care, but they don't care. So, hey, man, it's been good, man. We got Bishop to come by here today, man, and we got old Sleeping Keenan over there. He sleep doing the whole podcast show over there. I thought he was gonna jump in and just say one or two things, but what you want to say?
I have to, big old said it out.
Oh, said it out. There it is. So, hey, man, y'all know that man is right there in the white. That's Mr. Kenny McGee, the host of Inspired Voices, Life Behind Bars. And, I'm going to talk to Bishop today before we get up out there and try to get Bishop started coming by home one day, man, and do him a show, man. Because I think Bishop can motivate some people, man, to come on and listen to him, man. Because Bishop always got great views, man, and Bishop views do not reflect Destiny Great podcast. They reflect everything Bishop got to say. So, you can't judge Bishop. You can say, hey, Bishop, I agree or disagree, but you can't judge him, man. Hey, man, it is what it is, man. So, hey, anybody want to say something? Bishop, you got anything else you want to say before we get up out of here?
Just stay focused and renewing of the mind. Just keep you. I own the big prize, not the little prize.
All right, there it is. There it is. Keep your eye on the prize, yeah. Kelly, you got anything you want to say?
Say, I'm gonna tell you like this here. Say, I know one thing, but I know them kids. If y'all out there disrespecting your parents got a right to bust your ass upside the head. So
All right,
don't forget that.
Hey,
Don't
man.
forget that.
Hey, y'all remember when we was growing up, man? You know, Kelly is my older brother on that, man. Boy, that stayed in trouble, boy. He stayed in trouble. And Bishop over here, Bishop grew up with us, and Bishop go way back with us, man. And you know, if you from East Dallas and you to come back at 27-14 to get you something to stay there, then you wasn't no true East Dallian. Let's put it that way there, because everybody stopped at our house, and my grandmama and granddad didn't turn nobody away. You can come get your meal there any time of the week, man. So hey, man, I just want to say, man, we're gonna get ready to get up out of there, man. We'll thank everybody for calling, man. I mean, for listening to the show, and you can leave your comments in on Facebook in the comments there and talking about today's show. And like I said, we're gonna be trying to talk to Bishop about starting a podcast show one day during the week, man. And you know, it just might just happen, man. I enjoy Bishop every time he come by and
Thank you.
say, man, it is what it is. So hey, man, we're gonna get ready to get up out of here, man. Destiny Great Podcast. Your host, Mr. Kevin McGee. You got Bishop over there, Mr. Bishop Darrell Owens over there.
Yes, sir.
You got Inspired Voice Life behind Ball's host, Mr. Kevin McGee, right there. And again, hey man, we're gonna get ready to get up out of here. So hey, let me cue this thing up so we can get out of here. And that's that. So hey, here we go.